No, 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 no. Shut the water off. We got another leak. Hurry. Oh my God, bro. Welcome back to the house renovation project. The first project I'm tackling on the MTV Cribs is the living room and billiards room. To start off, I'm removing your grandma's curtains. No offense, they're pretty hideous. To do so, I'm removing the hideous box that's covering the curtain rod. At this point, it's not a lot of demo for my hammer. Kind of bummed, but there's more to come down the road. I just know it. But at that point in time, just a few taps with it, and then unscrew a few screws, and it already cleaned up that wall and starts to make that space look so much cleaner, and it gives it that modern feel. With the billiards room being an old dining room, the previous owner had the chair rail trim installed, and honestly, I'm not a fan of it. So it's time to remove that off the wall. By doing so, it'll allow me to have an open palette to design the room the way I want. Again, as I joked about, I might put, some counters in there, put the cigars, the scotch rack. Again, probably not going to happen. I might do some wainscoting. I'm not really sure yet, but it's going to allow me to decide that once I get everything cleaned up off that wall there. To remove the trim, I use a utility knife, and I just kind of slice the caulk and paint, and that by doing so, allow my trim tool to get behind there and be able to pry it off without any issues there. The decorative trim around the doorways are outdated like the baseboards, so I end up removing all the trim off the walls. Now it's time to encase what's under the carpet. To do so, grab yourself a carpet knife from Harbor Freight or any of the big box stores. It's going to make your life so much easier when removing. Honestly, while removing the carpet, it made me question a gym membership. Due to the workout it provides, honestly, I'm like, man, I'm pretty weak, but also I was sweating. I'm like, man, I don't need a lift. It's a good workout. I enjoyed it. The only thing is, if you're removing some old person pee or that cat pee carpet, or just carpet in general, make sure you wear a mask and goggles if you want to respect your life and live long. Obviously, you can tell I definitely did because I'm definitely not wearing any of the proper gear. But you know what? It happens. the curtains removed and the carpet, leave a comment down below on this living room on how it's starting to transform, or if you like the old way better, because you know what? Some people might like that look. But honestly, to me, this area is turning into a vibe, such a statement. With the hardwood floors, it's opening everything up, and I love that natural light. I can't wait to finish this room. As a kid watching home flipping shows with my mom, they always made demo look so much cooler, like running through walls, like kicking things open. And I felt like removing this built-in cabinet area didn't go that way. I felt like it took hours to remove, and I probably could have gotten off my wallet and just got a Sawzall and been able to slice everything and got it down so much quicker. But you know what? I trusted the old trusty DeWalt hammer, and honestly, it was kind of fun. But I was also kind of a pain, and I couldn't feel my arm for a little bit because of all the vibration, because I didn't know how to take it down correctly. Probably just because I'm an idiot. Oh well, I got it down. The problem is, after I got the top part removed, it looked like there was mold up there. It was like this black, brown spot. It wasn't like wet, but it looked weird, and I was like, okay, it might be mold, because I know on the other side, there was definitely a water spot. So I couldn't tell if it was leaking from the bathroom, or if it just got dirt up there. Who knows? To get the baseboard off the wall, I had to remove the carpet. As you saw earlier, I got that all rolled up. And then when you remove the carpet, it leaves like the attack strips that holds everything down. So I had to remove that and pry it up real quick. Once you do that, you're able to get the baseboard trim pulled off the wall. Just make sure when you're using that trim tool, use it and pry near the screws that hold in the wall. It's going to be able to get that off there so much easier. I learned after trial and error. But again, I'm not a professional. I'm just learning as I go here. I know you're pretty jealous right now. You wish you had a waterfall in your house. Well, I got that installed. Just kidding. That's not what happened here. I was getting a hot water tank installed because my old one was leaking. The plumber said, hey, the upstairs water's turned off. So he turned it on after getting the hot water in there, and we found it was leaking. So we decided to turn to the ceiling, and unfortunately, you can tell the pipe froze or burst at one point, causing that issue. And then at the same time, I decided, you know what? I want to check out that weird looking spot to make sure there's no other pipes damaged over there, or kind of see what the case is. Once I get that part cut off the wall, or the ceiling I should say, I remove the insulation, and there's no pipes over there. So I'm not sure what caused this mark, but that's a good sign, at least for now, that there's no more leaks. But yeah, I was designing my kitchen out when I heard the noise of a waterfall feature. So stay tuned when I install the pool next. Just kidding. It's going to cost me more money to fix these issues. Yo, welcome back. An update here on the living room. Had the plumbers come out to fix the pipes right up there. As you can see, they did a wonderful job. Definitely spliced in, did what they needed to do there. Bad news though. They definitely ran into some issues when they turned on the water again. As you can see above me, that is completely stained. That looks terrible. So that is saturated with water. I'm gonna have to rip that down. I'm assuming that's why this light out here is not working to begin with in the main entryway. But on top of it, let me get you inside the living room. It was rushing water, had a waterfall scene. I'll pop that video up so you can see what was happening inside that living room. But if you look underneath here, they had to splice in more area of piping because this was all leaking. So I know I started to sand down the ceilings. Unfortunately, I kind of wasted some time this weekend. I guess I got practice for the other rooms. But I'm just going to have to rip this whole ceiling down and hopefully there's no more leaks. Talking to the plumber, they said there should be no more leaks. They capped off the shower. I know that line is bursted, probably because they didn't turn the heat on, which unfortunately is probably the reason I'm in this situation as it is. I guess it's what happens when you buy a house and you don't have someone inspect it and learning on how to do this stuff. Sometimes you miss it. It is what it is. Let's not get defeated here. Let's get to it and let's start ripping down some ceilings. All right, you know, last night got all the ceiling removed. Thanks to my dad and my younger brother came over. They helped clean up and help me take stuff down. It was definitely a process, super dirty. If you're doing it, make sure you wear your glasses, safety gear, and all that. Bad news though, when we opened everything up, we definitely found, you know, looked like mice crap, but on top of it, we found stuff going on with the boiling system. Right here, you can see the elbow joint is completely shot off, which tells me they didn't run their heat at all. It's definitely frustrating, but it happens, you know, it's part of life. And then over in the main entryway, we went ahead and removed all the ceiling over here too. Just to open up and see what we've got going on. I know the electrician is going to have to take a look at the light because right now there's no power to it or to any of the outlets over near the main entryway or the windows over there. So he's going to help out, figure that out for us. But on top of it, we found more problems with the boiler pipe over here. So we're going to see what ends up happening with everything. I know I've got them coming out to take a look at the system. Give me a quote on what it's going to take to fix it up. I'm going to also see, you know, does it make sense to maybe just put in, you know, forced air, you know, maybe cut some walls so we can run some vents, stuff like that. But really right now I'm at a standstill till they can come out and do that. I know I'm doing this myself, but unfortunately my skills are only so good. So right now plumbing, heat, and all that I'm not going to mess with. I'm leaving that up to the pros. I know some of you guys can probably tackle it yourself, which is great. But, you know, as soon as I hear back from them, you know, I'll give you guys an update and we'll go from there.